and welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Jessica Clemons, and you have to have seen Black Panther: Wakanda Forever by now. If you haven't, just stop the damn video. Stop the damn video, go see it. I'll even let you use my AMC pass. Afterwards, come back and tell me how much you love Dominic Thorne's Riri Williams. I loved all the characters, but Riri stole all the attention when the camera was on her. She's just so funny, smart, witty, hardworking. This girl killed it, and we know we'll be seeing her in Ironheart series coming late 2023. But what can we expect to see from that child prodigy genius from now until then? What's next for Riri Williams, I ask? So in this video, I'll break down the different paths we can take knowing what we know from the MCU, and as always, sprinkling in some of that comic book facts that I know. I'm a nerd. For those that don't know, Riri Williams is a super genius, incredibly smart. She's an engineer, inventor, mathematician, literally all of the above, everything I am not. In the comics, she's built her first armor suit from an outdated Iron Man suit, so you can see the resemblance. It's no surprise that these two cross paths, her and Iron Man, seeing as they're both engineer inventors that are incredibly smart. Once Riri's suit was destroyed, she repaired it and fought alongside Iron Man in the Second Civil War. We know from Wakanda Forever that the MCU Riri Williams is a Chicago native, studying at MIT, is creating an Iron Man-like suit, the blueprints to a machine that can find vibranium and every sort of encryption-based computer harboring all of her inventions. This may be her introduction, but definitely not her origin story, which leads me to path number one, Ironheart's return to MIT. This is sort of a two-parter because I think she'll go to MIT first, then back to Chicago, because in an interview with Marvel producer Nate Moore in regards to Ironheart's Riri Williams after Wakanda Forever, he says her adventure in the movie and coming out on the other end of it with her experiences really motivates her to become more of a hero because of what she's seen. But she's going to find out in the show, not to spoil anything, that's easier to do in Wakanda with Wakanda behind you than it is as a now 20 or 21-year-old student who goes back to MIT, which I think is like the full synopsis of Ironheart. She's going to be our new Iron Man. Marvel producer Nate Moore has also confirmed that Riri Williams' Ironheart will be a direct sequel to Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. So what we last saw of her in Wakanda will directly slide into the Ironheart series. So I suspect Val will continue to have her eyes on Riri to either A, grab one of her suits, or B, grab her for the Thunderbolts. Unfortunately, Riri did assist in destroying a bunch of cop cars on the bridge and escaping an arrest, so she's technically most likely wanted, and the first place to scout her is her dorm at MIT. I think the heat will be on her, and she'll take the first ticket home to see her mom after everything happened in Wakanda Forever, which takes me to our subpath, Ironheart's return to Chicago. She mentions in the movie just wanting to see her mom. After being America's, Wakanda's, and the Talokan's most wanted, I suspect going back home to Chicago is one of the top places she'd want to be. I think this is when we get some resemblance to an origin story. We know her stepfather passed, and in the comics, she lost her father and best friend Natalie in a drive-by shooting during a picnic. This was really hard for her in the comics, and clearly the things she learned from her dad translated to sorrowful memories in Wakanda Forever as well. Her dad's car, where she first learned to build, etc. We'll probably see more of how important her family, friends, and truly everyone in Chicago is to her, and some slight flashbacks or retellings. By the way, hunting for Easter eggs in your favorite show or movie, that's fun. Hunting for malware and old system logs on your Mac, oh, horrible. That's a job you want done for you, which is why there's Clean My Mac X. Clean My Mac X is the best software on the market to clean and optimize your Mac. It deletes megatons of junk, malware, uninstalls unused apps, which I severely need, and makes Mac computers faster, safer, and more organized. It's so good that it's been notarized by Apple themselves. And if it's notarized by Apple, you know it's good. And if anybody knows how to keep a Mac clean, it's probably the people that build it, I assume, right? I mean, I hope. Clean My Mac X has a whole bunch of tools you can use to clean up your Mac. Smart Scan finds system files you no longer need. Space Lens will show you what files are taking up the most room on your hard drive. And Malware Removal will find all those nasty little viruses and junk programs you didn't even know you had. The little ones that go like, it's like little rats. It's like rats. And once your Mac is healthy, Clean My Mac X's menu app will help you keep it healthy by giving you an easy way to look at key performance indicators of your computer, because God knows I don't understand what's going on. No wonder Clean My Mac X has been an industry leader in Mac health for 14 years and is used by millions of people in 185 countries around the world, plus Antarctica. I guess they don't normally count. To get started making your Mac run like new, just click the link in the description to download Clean My Mac X today. We know Natalie will be making an appearance as some casting updates have already dropped. Lyric Ross is playing the best friend, who I assume is Natalie. Anthony Ramos is the Hood. And of course, we've heard the rumors of Sacha Baron Cohen playing Mephisto. There's a lot of others like Harper Anthony, Manny Montana, Shea Coulee, and Cree Summers in an undisclosed role, and others. But this leads me to our second path, more of like a subpath to path one, subpath number two, Ironheart versus the Hood. Remember earlier when I mentioned Riri destroying her suit? So it was destroyed when she intercepted a couple of inmates when she stopped their escape vehicle. Now, I'm not saying that exact thing will happen along the same lines, but from the comics, the Hood was into loads of crime. He's created by Brian K. Vaughan and Kyle Holtz, so yeah, the crime was pretty dark at times. And the Hood, aka Parker Robbins, was always into this life. It started with stealing money to take care of his mom, then to straight up robberies. That didn't stop once he became a supervillain, because you know how supervillains like will leave that stuff and try to take over the world? No, he kept robbing people, which I mean, I probably do. I feel it. Parker and his brother planned to rob a warehouse and walked in on a ritual where they are attacked by the demon Nisanti. Parker shot and killed Nisanti and stole his red cloak and boots that at the time he didn't know were empowered by Dormammu, and he dipped out. I think we can expect something like that for the Hood, but this time maybe making a deal with our favorite fake hell spawn Mephisto in order to get the cloak and boots. We know Mephisto likes to make deals. Literally head over to Screen Rant. They actually have a list on every deal he's ever made with people, but also we know that he's brainwashed, tricked, and manipulated people into doing his work for him. So the Hood could be making a deal with Mephisto, maybe to help his mom, saving another family member, or just to gain more power. And Mephisto, loving tricks and wanting his soul, probably sees him as a qualified vessel. This all happening before or even after Ironheart intercepts the inmates. It's no surprise that the Hood wants to take her down, which we cue the technology versus demonic magic fights, which leads me to subpath number 3. Ironheart finds help in her peers. She's got the tech, but does she have the hell demon magic? No one does. Who else goes to MIT? Ned leaves, and MJ. We know after Spider-Man No Way Home, the two were admitted into MIT along with the Flash. Oh god. The hold that Riri has on the MIT students' underground homework ring wouldn't surprise me that she's created something that can search some sort of like database using the MIT Wi-Fi for keywords like magic and come across our little sling ringer Ned. Or we know MJ was working hard to get money in No Way Home. She could be under the same admission as Riri, if any. Could you even imagine if those two were actually roommates and we just never saw who the other roommate was in the dorm and it was actually MJ because they're both like robotics? Oh, okay. I'm a nerd. I know that the con here, we have no insight on their contracts with the MCU just yet, so there's always another possible peer. Cassie Lang. I've been writing this theory for a minute. The person that helped build the schematics for Cassie's device in Quantum Mania is someone via the internet, I think. And it could be Iron Lad, yes, but I think it could be Riri Williams, and Voss teases exactly what I was theorizing in his breakdown of Wakanda Forever. Play the clip.
They go to Riri's warehouse where she said she had to build a quantum computer to crack her own encryption? Quantum, you say? I mean, the future of technology in the MCU is certainly quantum. Riri actually could have been the friend who helped Cassie Lang build that quantum tech that leads to all them getting sucked into the quantum realm in Quantum Mania. Quantum.
See, Riri said there's videos of her online testing her suit. Maybe Cassie reached out after seeing those on YouTube. Now, seeing as the Hood is a spiritual, more demonic being in the comics, I'd assume she'd start researching how to defeat someone like this, which could point her in the direction of the mystic arts and reaching out to someone like Wang. We know from She-Hulk, he's outwardly very proud of his position and makes it seemingly easy to reach him. If Wang is busy watching This Is Us, maybe he encourages or recommends America Chavez. They already have a lot in common. I mean, they both were hunted down, almost killed by superpowered human beings, so that doesn't just happen every day. Their stories are identical almost. I think she'll enlist someone's help. I mean, they always do, and they always should. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Because from Wakanda Forever, she has engineering down, but now she's up against demonic magic, which might need more convincing. I prefer it to be Ned and MJ because it's written in the stars for them to meet all at MIT, but I think the potential for a little crossover literally from any of the young geniuses of the MCU is a good working theory. Even the older people of the MCU, she's gonna need a lawyer, so She-Hulk, Daredevil, get in there. That's some of the things, just some of the things I've been speculating because there's so much. There's rumors about Obadiah's son showing up. I just brought up the lawyers. There's so much that could happen to Riri next. She's worked with so many people from the comics, and the young superheroes entering the MCU aren't stopping here. Let me know in the comments where you think she's headed next and what we should look out for. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Lulu_Clemons. Follow New Rockstars. Subscribe to New Rockstars for more breakdowns of everything you love. Thanks for watching. Now go read Champion. Get out of here. I'm a nerd.